Oh man, guys, I have a second account on YouTube called Argoss and Pals. Well, a lot of people have been thinking and speculating and talking, and one person sent this to me. A lot of people think that, well, fan wise, something like Argos could be a Super Saiyan God. Well, again, guys, I made Argos way before Super Saiyan God was even a thing. I'm not saying it couldn't be possible that he is one, but I never really had that in mind. I wanted to give him. I wanted to give him. Excuse me, got a little lump in my throat. I, I wanted to give him something that wasn't Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan 6. I wanted something that was kind of unique to him. Something only he himself could get. And basically, one of those, and oh my, and basically messaging me right now. Anyways, hopefully it doesn't get too what. But let let's get off of that for a moment. And I just wanted something that was unique to him. I didn't want him to have like Super Saiyan like 5. Even though I already did kind of write, and it was implied that he can go Super Saiyan 3, but since Super Saiyan 3 is so, well, it's like an energy, it's an energy hog. You can, you lose all your stamina after using it for so long. But the ascend mode, I like to call it, it's kind of like going Super Saiyan God. So the aura is not blue or red; it is white, like pure white. That kind of, like, I would say if Goku could use it and all the other say like only Saiyans of pure heart can use it. Kind of like how you can only get like 6 pure heart Saiyans to get Super Saiyan God. There are some similarities in that. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah. But a lot of people said, could he beat Zycor? Oh hell yes. He could beat Zycor and Rigger with like. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, my character is powerful. But statistically, to a point, he's like a level. He is up there with Super Saiyan God Blue and Xenoverse. Because I made a few stories in Xenoverse, based on Xenoverse. Before I switched over to Argos Junior, he actually is on par with Goku and Vegeta, and maybe even powerful, maybe a little bit powerful than Beerus. But I don't really know about that. I haven't really thought about that. But yeah, he could probably beat Zycor and Rigger at the same time without any help, because that is literally how powerful he's become as of this recording. I haven't released any of the stories yet, but yeah. Like, there are moments where he actually trains, and I will talk about those. He actually does train with, he actually does train, and this is weird, but it's Xenoverse, it's all good. He trains, he basically trains. He basically seeks out, a certain character. Let's just say that certain character basically pushes him to his very limit. A limit he didn't even think he had. Because he, broke them all. And then he started glowing a little bit more purely, a little bit more intensely. This this additional form is technically called Super Saiyan Ascend. Super Saiyan Ascension. Like the other one's Ascend mode, but this is Ascension, which is a level beyond it. So yeah, it's kind of his version of Super Saiyan Blue. And he can hold this form for at least 2 hours. And that does take into account for how much energy he's used while in his base form. It's cut considerably if he's used any more power than he's already used. If he transforms into it right away, he really does have the 2 hours. But if he uses energy before he transforms, that's drastically cut in half. But nowadays, I would say nowadays, and I'll show these in the stories, but nowadays, um, I'll say this. I'll say this about Trunks. I'll say this about Argoss. He's not as angry as Vegeta as he used to be. He really does now understand Vegeta more so than he's ever had before. Because he realized he hated Vegeta for the stuff he did in the past. He never looked upon Vegeta and saw what he is in the future, what he is now. But even though he will never admit this or say this out loud, he is really truly proud of Vegeta and all he's done. He can actually say with pride that that's my cousin. We belong in the same family tree. Although he'll act his usual self around Vegeta because, hey, he still doesn't want Vegeta to know that he's proud of him. And I guess that's all you're really gonna get from him, really. I would say I did kind of imply that Pan, a 20-year-old Pan, kind of fell in love with Argoss, but let's just say that's a little bit more complicated, and I'll explain that whenever I release these stories. And maybe if you're lucky, and maybe if I have a lot more, I don't know if I'll have a lot more free time. I'll probably just make kind of a little book on, a little CD on tape, if you know what I mean, like a little audio book where I just kind of read the old Freezy Attacks arc. But basically, Argoss has become a lot stronger. He had to fight Trunks because Trunks wanted to go back into the future and save Gohan, which he literally had to beat. Trunks himself has become a lot more stronger, and to the point he's actually learned the Ascend mode too. So at that point, that is the reason why he can go. That's why he can go the Ascension. That's why he can use Super Saiyan Ascension 2. Because he fought Trunks to the best of his abilities, and it really pushed him over to where he is right now. He's like, Trunks, sorry I'm gonna have to do this, but he does knock him out. He does take him back to Supreme Kai, and the Supreme Kai, let's just say, yeah, Trunks and her had a relationship, and now it's kind of, well, I wouldn't say over, but yeah, let's just say Trunks is obsessed at this point in my story. Goku still comes by every now and again in Cotton City, and they spar, they fight, they do what they do. They do pretty much what you expect. Eat, talk about fights, talk about various fights they've been in. Vegeta will sometimes appear in Cotton City, and they'll do their usual. They'll do their usual. Well, Argoss will call him Prince Brat still. Vegeta would still call him Vegeta would still call him Saiyan Idealist. Yeah. And it's not like how they used to. It's not as angry as it used to be, I would say. But yeah, I know this is a roundabout way of saying it, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say he's even up to the godlike to a godlike potential. Because there is a story where he fights Beerus, and even though he was able to last like a few hours with Beerus, he still wasn't strong enough to really beat him. And oh yeah, he does know about Beerus trying to destroy Planet Vegeta. Yeah, so he kinda does hate Beerus. But at the same time, he knows he ain't strong enough to fight Beerus. So he's like, yeah. Hmm. And what's of what's of Argoss Jr.? Well, yeah, like I said, Argoss Jr. is from another timeline where Argoss and Toa, got together, and what they made was a half demon, half Saiyan. Now, Argoss Jr., he has the qualities of both. He may only look like Argoss, you know, in looks alone, but he has both Toa. He has Toa's powers, and he has a mixture of Toa's powers and Argoss's powers. Now, this version of Argoss, he never did go Ascension 2, and what did happen is that Mirror, I mean Mira, was destroying the universe, and Argoss knew this. He knew that Mira killed Toa. Killed Toa out of sheer jealousy because yes, Mira does love Toa. One of the other reasons he wanted to be stronger in Xenoverse 2 was because of that. But let's just say in that timeline, instead of Mira letting Toa go as he's about to die, they both died together. But the thing that happened was Mira got even stronger the next time. You know that little form that Mira has? Oh, think about that. But his power is so through the roof. It don't like the little key energy thing that you see on Xenoverse. It can't even fit your screen anymore. That's how fucking long it is. So, in a last-ditch effort, even though he knew his own universe, this Argoss knew that his own universe was going to end, he sent him to the one that's most like how it was before, like when he was a time patroller, and I kind of played with this and saying that this could be what his future is, but then again, since things happened differently in Xenoverse 2, that never happened. Like, the stuff between Toa and Argoss never really happened in that timeline. But Argoss knew that he needed to send Argoss Jr. there. So he kind of knocked him out Vegeta style. It's like, well, Vegeta, I kind of understand why you did that now. And from there, he rushes after Miro one last freaking time. Now in the story that I'm going to release, I don't really say what happens because I kind of want that to be left up to your imagination. Does this alternate version of Argos win out, or does Toa finish him? You don't know. You don't know, and I'm not gonna say anything for a while. But I will say this. But I will say this. It probably won't be the last you see of that mirror. That version of Mirror. Quite the contrary, you'll see him again. He'll be a lot more powerful, a lot more stronger than he's ever been. It's going to take our original Argos and Argos Jr. to take them down. And when it happens, they're going to fuse. Now, yeah. But, let me get to the meat and potatoes of this video because a lot of people keep asking me this question. So how would this happen? Okay, if Argos was a character in Dragon Ball New Age, I can just see him kind of he's not really a time patroller in New Age, but he is still around on the Earth. So then he goes like. So then he feels this sudden urge energy. He sees Vegeta in his Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 form, he's like, really, really, Veggie? You can't even beat this little Saiyan that goes, where, I want my mommy. Oh well. And then Vegeta just looks and he goes, no, it can't be. And then Argos says back at him, and he goes, oh yeah, it is. I'm alive. You didn't think Frieza's little death ball could finish me. Because it did. Because it really couldn't. What it did do is get me a little bit more powerful. And Rigger is kind of like, who are you? And Argos, now this is an Argos that isn't a time patroller. He's not as loose as our main version of Argos is. And he's a lot more pissed. But he knows that he isn't gonna fight Vegeta because Vegeta has been good, and he doesn't need to like slap Vegeta up the head. But he does berate Vegeta like, really, Vegeta, you killed this freaking Saiyan's mom when you were a kid. Oh, King Vegeta just had you do stupid shit. Oh well, guess I gotta handle it. And Vegeta looks at him like, if I can handle it, what makes you think you can? Well, Vegeta, if you must know. And then he just powers up. And he does power up to Ascension mode. Because really, that's all the power he really needs to fight Rigger. And Rigger puts up a good fight. He really does. He puts Argos on his toes for a bit. But then Argos really does turn it around and he starts wailing on him. He's like, oh, what's all that power? What's all that power, man? What's all that power you got? Is it? He's just berating him. You basically do what I do. Just beat him up and just talk shit while he's beating him up. He's like... And Argos has never made anybody feel fear, but I feel like Rigger would be close to death and he'd fear for his own life. At this point, he would literally feel fear. Well, in my opinion, he would. I don't know. I don't know. The Dragon Ball New Age, the guy who made Dragon Ball New Age probably would beg to differ with me, but this is my own little interpretation of how that would have went. And Goku and Vegeta would have probably been like, Goku and Vegeta would have been like, like in shock that Argoss could have beaten Rigger and beat him so effortlessly, and but he actually lets Rigger go. He's like, come near this planet ever again, and I will make sure your last moments will be you screaming as I use this Falcon Blast to peel your goddamn flesh off of your body. You understand? Now, get the fuck off of the planet. Or let's just say your wife is gonna be a widower. He's like, I'll be back. I'll be back, and you're like, I'll be waiting. Vegeta and Goku and I will be waiting for you. Come back when you're ready to fight him. Come back when you're ready to give me a challenge. And then, okay, with Rigger, I think about the same thing, but he would just like decimate Rigger. He would decimate. I think he'd have he'd have more trouble with Zycor, because Rigger is powerful, but he's still a Saiyan. Zycor, on the other hand, is more powerful, so I'd say, yeah, he'd have to fuse with like Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, 3-man fusions are kind of a thing in my writing. So yeah, that'd be enough power. But hey, this is only my interpretation of everything. I'd say take it with a grain of salt. At least that last part, take it with a grain of salt. Could Argoss beat Beerus now with the way he is? Well, sort of, I would say. It's very possible for him to actually beat Beerus, but I wouldn't say kill him. Because our main Argoss doesn't really kill him unless really absolutely needed to. Like, if he really needed to kill somebody, he would, but he's not that kind of person to the point where he'll just drop lives at the drop of a hat. You know? But yeah. But Argoss Jr., confidentially, does meet female Brawly, and let's just say some funny mishaps happen in the bedroom. Well, I think that's about it. I don't know when I'm gonna release these stories, but I just felt like telling you a little bit about him, because a lot of you ask about Argoss and X if he's a god. I'd say no. I'd say he's about, again, he's not as powerful as Goku is in Super, and that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be for a while. But that's about it. Heck, I might even call this Argoss AF. Or Argoss ZV. Or Argoss AZV. After Xenoverse. Yeah, see you guys later.